Welcome to Bibs Off. I'm Kat Talbot.
And I'm Alicia Scholes.
On this episode, we're talking to Taljaard and Nichole Breedt. We have a little interview of each of them and then playing some games as we go along.
Hi, Tyler. So, welcome to London Pulse.
Hello, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here at Pulse this year.
So, how long have you been over in the UK now?
I arrived mid-Jan, so I arrived around the 10th of January. So I've been here for almost just over a month, I think. So far, loving it.
And how have you found the British weather?
Yeah, not too bad. Everyone asks me that. So obviously Australia's midsummer at the moment, and I'm getting phone calls from home saying it's 40 degrees. So it's really hot at home. But I actually don't mind the cold. I think it's quite refreshing, to be honest. If you have a good jacket and you're prepared, then it's actually fine, and everywhere indoors is really fine. So actually, yeah, I quite like it.
So, we know you've come over from Thunderbirds, obviously like pink. So what was kind of behind your decision to come to London Pulse?
So I had to obviously weigh up some things at the end of last season. I absolutely loved my time with Thunderbirds, and some of my bestest, closest friends play there. So I think I just had to consider my life in general, what I could gain from living abroad and living overseas, and it was more than just netball. Obviously netball was the main aspect of why I came, to improve as a player and just experience a different netball culture, but also just I saw an opportunity to grow as a person off court too, and do some travel, live away from home, that type of thing.
And do you think are Thunderbirds going to become Pulse fans this season?
Well, a few of the girls have already said that they are. So, yeah, definitely. They're very supportive. And like I said, some of my best friends play there. So absolutely. I think a little bond, we can have a little bond over the pink and black uniform, I think.
And so you're living with Nichole. She's been on international duties. She's only just got here, seen some like social media and everything. So how are you two getting on so far?
Yeah, really good. Like I heard from a lot of people before Nick got here that her and I would get along really well. She is just such a bubbly, fun, positive person. So I think that's really what I needed, moving away from family for the first time, having someone like that's a little bit older, has done it before, and is just super positive and adventurous. So she's been amazing, and I'm really looking forward to living with her.
So previously you've kind of been a centre wing defence.
Yeah.
Sam Bird has kind of spoken about wanting to sign a centre wing attack.
Yeah.
So is that how you see your role kind of being in the team, as a centre wing attack option?
Yeah, so I originally, when I was a junior, I came from like goal defence, wing defence, hence the defensive background. But as I kind of got a little bit more mature and everyone caught up in height, I kind of had to move across to centre, and I feel most comfortable there. But I also, in the last few years, have learned wing attack for the sake of the T-Birds needing a backup wing attack. So I think that's really beneficial to be able to play across the three. But yeah, I think I do see myself in this team more a centre wing attack because of the depth that we've got in that defence position.
And have you had a chance to watch many of the international games that have just been on and seen your teammates out there?
Yeah, I watched a few. I watched, I think, an England game, and then I watched the South Africa versus England game. And it was really cool to see so many of our team on court. Like, it's actually crazy when you think about how awesome that is. They're representing their country. We've got, I think, 6 that represent England, and then we've got even some underage girls. Gracie's only young, she represents England. I've obviously played in some of the Oz underage squads too, so all of us actually do have a little bit of international experience, which is really cool. And it's just hopefully going to be about how we can gel as a group and really bring all of our individual skills together.
So you're probably one of the only players that's actually played Super Shot already with Thunderbirds, or at least trained with it. So have you had any kind of tips for the squads of how to play it?
Yeah, so we play it in the SSN, but also in our futures comp, so it's kind of equivalent to the next gen. And so yeah, I do have that experience, which is really cool, and hopefully can bring a few ideas of how to tackle it. The interesting thing is that like last year, the Thunderbirds had the lowest amount of attempts or super shots, and they went on to win the premiership. So I think for me, I'm just gonna, obviously if they're on and they're confident, to go for it. But if we're in a position in the game that we don't need them, then I think we just continue to chip away and put scoreboard pressure on through the 1 point game. And then, yeah, if we can, and obviously we've got 3 incredible shooters, put even more pressure on by taking it when we can, not forcing it.
And so you've only just like got the full squads together now. So how is it to meet the whole team?
Yeah, that actually happened yesterday. So Monday we had a first session with everyone back from all their different commitments. So that was just really fun. Nick and I got home and we both said there's just such a good feeling in this group. And on court, obviously it's going to be a little bit scrappy for the first few sessions, which is to be expected. But the thing that we were both so excited about was just how much we gel as a group off court. And yeah, there's a really good vibe, and hopefully we'll be able to cultivate a good culture as well. I think that's really key to being successful. How well you get on off court is just as important as how well you play together on court, I think.
So we've got Nichole and Tyler with us for a little game. So they're living together this year. So we're going to see how well they know each other in a very short space time they've had together. So you're going to write down what you think is each other's answer. Okay. So start with a relatively easy one. Morning or evening person? What do you think Nichole is?
Definitely an evening person, because she says that her earliest wake up time is like 8 or 9 a.m. And no way. In Australia, up at like 6 every day.
Now I want to change my answer.
What have you put, Nichole?
I thought it was evening.
No, that's good.
But to be fair, the past few days, neither of us have been functioning in the mornings or evenings. Like, we've just been awkward afternoon people for the past few days. But yeah.
No, that's correct. I have tried so hard to be a morning person for my whole life, but it just doesn't work.
No.
So.
I haven't even tried, to be fair, so well done.
Who was each other's 2024 top artist on Spotify, as in Spotify Unwrapped?
She listens to South African music.
Mm-hmm. I don't even have Spotify.
What do you music?
Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah, equivalent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this was like everyone in Australia's.
Okay, ready? Do you want me to show you?
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. Could be. If I had to guess mine, I would have probably guessed that as well.
So Tyler, what did you guess for Nichole?
I said Ed Sheeran, but I've actually got no idea.
I don't even know how to pronounce this.
SZA.
Yeah.
No,
SZA.
She wasn't in my top 5, but I do like some of her music.
That was like everyone else in Australia in the league when they sent that. What was your Spotify top thing?
Yeah.
Everyone's was this. But yeah, Ed Sheeran would probably be
What was yours, Nichole?
like my top. I think it was Noah Khan. To be
Me
completely
too. Oh my goodness! Wait, me too.
I don't even know who that is.
No, he's so good.
He's got a concert
I went
in
to a
Portugal
concert.
on the 10th of July.
I'm coming.
Yes.
I went last year in Melbourne. It was so
It's
good.
in Portugal on the 10th. On the 10th of July. We're
We're
finished.
going.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes, we're going.
That's actually crazy.
I have no idea.
Next question is, what is the other person's favourite breakfast food? Like, what would they make for
Ooh.
breakfast?
Well, we've only spent 2 mornings together, and you've made the same thing twice, so I'm gonna have to go.
This is funny. Because we've only gone shopping once as well. So it's not like
I've gone quite specific. Is that all right? Yeah. Okay, so
It's
I
all
said it's all right. I said Nicole's would be protein oats with berries.
That's a lie.
Is that what is yours, or is that true?
No, it's actually Cocoa Pops.
When do you have Cocoa Pops? I don't know. I've seen you eat breakfast, but I just couldn't imagine that.
No, so I try and not have it all the time just because it's obviously not the healthiest of breakfasts. But yeah, the past month now with the Nations Cup in Jamaica, I've had it every single morning because I feel like I work it off during the day. So
Fair
it's
enough.
acceptable. I said for you, poached eggs / bagel.
Yeah, you nailed that.
Yeah.
Bagels, I'm addicted to them since
Yeah,
moving to London. It's really bad. We don't have them as easily accessible in Australia, so I never used to eat them, but now I'd have minimum 2 a day.
I'm happy to join you.
The next question is, favourite type of exercise?
Oh,
I think yours is very obvious.
yes,
Nicole.
it's so easy.
Oh, man. No.
What was you going to write there? Surfing.
Yeah.
So, Tyler, I think we all know this, but yeah, what have you put for Nick?
I've put running and then in brackets run clubs. And she's tried to ask me to join her. We'll see how that goes.
That was actually before we met. I WhatsApped her and I was like, do you run?
What did I say?
You were like, I mean, I don't love it, but I do.
Didn't I say I will run, but I'm not going to run fast?
So she said she'll join me, so that's great. And then yours, I put gym.
Yeah, I actually wouldn't know. Wouldn't say running, but I also am like, is gym my favourite exercise?
Like, what is different, like court sessions? Is that
Nah, gym then.
that
Definitely
exercise?
gym.
I don't know.
You nervously asked.
Cycling? Like, how many different forms of exercise can you get?
Yeah, maybe like swimming.
That was actually my /
Cycling.
swimming.
Cycling.
No.
You, no one likes that.
And so, who is each other's netball idol?
Yeah,
Have you heard her say that, or are you just guessing?
No, I'm just guessing.
I'm guessing too. And I don't know any South African netballers, so...
Definitely not a South African.
Oh,
netballer.
you go first.
Laura Langman?
No.
No?
Sorry. No, she's New Zealand. New Zealand.
yours will be an Aussie.
Oh, yeah, I used to love Laura Geitz, but she's a defender, so that was when I was like young.
Yeah,
when I
that's
was a
why I went
defender.
back on that one.
But now I would say, can I say my friends?
My friend?
Yeah, Lucy, Loz, and Georgie and Taylor, the whole team. And then I said for you, Steph Wood.
She is one of them. Yeah. It's between.
Hey, go me.
Yeah.
I think you play like her.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's such a compliment. It's between, what's all the goal attacks? Steph, Gretel,
I was going to say
Maria,
girl.
and then a little bit of Catherine Martu.
I've just come up with another question. Can I
Go
say
on.
it?
Yeah, go on.
Celebrity crush.
Oh, damn. Wait. Does it count?
No. It's because we've been watching Love Island All Stars.
Oh, don't tell me it's Luca.
No.
Who
No.
What's his name?
Sammy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Really?
But like, look at my partner, and he kind of looks like.
fucking hell. You not told me that bit.
Maybe the female Sammy.
That is so funny.
Oh, I know who
Like
mine
just
is.
dark hair.
Oh, yeah. I think it's just his personality that puts me off.
Oh yeah, fair.
Yeah.
I was going for looks. Okay, celebrity crush.
I'll write mine on top.
Ooh.
Yo, my writing looks like a 6-year-old.
I don't know a celebrity.
I've never even heard of that.
Someone that looks like Tom. I know.
Never.
Stunning.
Never.
Stunning human.
Wait, that's yours?
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yours. If I had to guess, someone that looks like your husband, who is famous.
I love that you've written it like Nichole.
I don't know what this guy's name is. Oh no.
You can say
Tell us what he's
TV
from.
music.
He's an actor.
Ooh.
2 words.
Turn into charades.
He no, what's her name? Kristen
Yeah.
Blonde? Yes. What's her name? Say it again.
Belle.
Maybe. She just played in a thing like recently.
Wait, so you're saying I have a celebrity crush on a female?
No.
Oh.
The guy she played with.
Oh.
It's actually a really, really cute, funny series.
Oh, I
Yes.
know.
Is her name?
He's a rabbi.
Yes, the hot rabbi.
Adam Brody.
Yes.
You know what? I watched that on the plane back from
The series.
Have you seen that?
From
No.
New Zealand.
Oh, it's really good.
Oh,
Is
maybe
his
I have to
name
watch
Adam
it. It's
Brody?
Really good. Yeah, he was in the OC.
Yes.
He's got
Oh.
like brown curly hair, and you really
Okay.
fancy him.
Okay, well, this
Right.
would have been my guess if ever you
Oh.
knew who he was.
Maybe.
But he's more attractive in the series.
Yeah, if you watch it, he
Yeah.
is. Oh,
Anyway.
do you want to see Tyler's answer?
Okay, this is mine.
I don't have one. Oh, that's
I wrote,
much
I
better
don't
than
have one.
my
I love
answer.
my husband because that's a bit of a cop out, but I couldn't think of anyone.
So,
Oh, is that for Nichole?
Yeah, that's something you would say.
Tommy.
I don't have one. I love my husband.
jokes, my husband knows this
Shout
one
out
too.
to Tommy.
So, yeah, Chad Michael Murray.
Yeah,
Oh, I
he
don't know who
looks
that
a
is
little
yet.
bit like Tommy, like blonde. Yeah, I can see it.
No. They are both attractive to me in their own ways. But Evan told me, like, every time someone pops up, then he's like, oh, Chad Michael Murray. Chad Michael Murray. So he knows.
I'm joined by Nichole, who's back for her second season of Pulse. How are you, Nichole?
Good. I thought you were going to say second season of your podcast.
Second episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It is it's my second one. But yes, back for second season of Pulse.
And so you got a new surname this year. So just tell us how we pronounce your surname for those that don't know.
Yes, so my new surname is Breedt.
Yeah, and definitely there's going to be some people getting that wrong this
But
season.
can also probably be said Breedt. Yeah, down here. I don't think a lot of people are going to say it correctly, so that's fine.
So you didn't actually get married since the last season, but you're just, new surname this season.
I was actually married in the previous season already. My documents only came through after applying for everything, so it was just way too much effort just to change the name on the dress.
And so you're back, for your second season. So what was behind the decision to come back?
I just really loved the environment. I really enjoyed being in London. So the area I was in, I was happy to be able to go wherever I wanted, like just that bit of freedom. And then also the teammates and the coaching. So like last year, it took a little bit of me just to get to know everyone for who they are and what they want on court, and to see how Sam coaches and like what she expects of us, and how kind of to incorporate what she wants and how she coaches into the game as well. So last year was a big learning year for me, and it was just something for me to pick up on. And I felt like I needed another season at least just to be able to produce what they wanted of me. So hopefully this season I can come back and I can just do everything that's expected of me, and if not as well as they think, and better.
So you've literally just been back in London, I should say, for a few days after the international series. So, congratulations, the game against Malawi. We got player of the match.
Thanks.
So how was the international season for you?
It was tough. When we went back home last year, I think we had about a month off, and then we first had a series against Malawi, then had a little bit off again, then a series called Africa Cup where we play against a lot of the African teams, and then we just had 2 weeks off from Christmas to New Year, and then came back into our squad and went off to Jamaica and played a series against Jamaica, and then straight to England to play Nations Cup. So it's been a lot of netball, but it's been fun. We have a new coach back in South Africa, Coach Jenny and Coach Sanele, and they are amazing. I think the only difficult part has been trying to incorporate what they want in the short amount of time we've had. So I think we've met up maybe a week before our Malawi test series, and then the coaches flew up and down to have mini camps with us just to focus on different skills and to get their point across of what they expect from us from the tournaments to come. So I think we've had a few months with them, and there's a lot that they want to do and a lot that we still need to work out moving forward. But it's been really amazing. I've learned so much just from them too as coaches, and I think I still have so much to learn and so much that I can apply to the court this year that I didn't have last year.
And so you're living with Tyler this year. I only had a few days together, but I think we've been messaging and everything. How are you two getting on so far?
We've been communicating for quite a while. I think as soon as I found out that she was signed as well, we went and followed each other on social media. And then, so the lady I lived with last year is a stunning human, Vivian. So Tyler was actually going to stay with her this year. And Vivian and I we got along very, very well. And I ended up messaging her a few times ever since I got home. We caught up with each other just to make sure everyone was still okay and to let each other know how we are doing. And when I was in Jamaica, because Vivian comes from Jamaica, I was actually updating her on everything that side. And she ended up calling me about something. It was actually a porridge she made for me here. I found it there and I sent it to her. And she called me, and then Tyler heard me speaking about accommodation. And she was like, "What, you need a roommate? I'll be your roommate." I ended up getting a place, moving in together. And it's actually going really well so far. I don't want to say it's not probably been only half a week, but we get along so well inside the house as well. I think we have very similar personalities. So we both want to get up and go explore. And we have more or less the same type of routine inside the house as well. So it's been good so far. Hopefully it lasts the whole season.
And you've both got your partners coming over, I think, later in the season.
That's so exciting. And they're both coming in March. So we've spoken about that as well and how similar they are. So I think we've already said at the end of our street, there's a pub. And we know Sam and Tommy will probably end up at the pub every night. We have late trainings or matches away, which is so exciting because when Tommy was here last year, he had made many friends that were here with Tyler, the men's training partners, and even Rory. But having someone who's going to be in our house, I know Sam plays golf as well. And there was something else but Sam sent me like top 3 things that he likes. And I was like, oh my goodness, that's Tommy. So it's going to be nice that when we are busy, he's also going to have someone to be able to go do things with here in London. Yeah.
That's really sweet.
I think it's going to boil into a romance.
Yeah. They'll be like, you've got to all stay together now so we can continue the romance.
Yeah.
And we know we're going to have the Super Shot in NSL this year. So have you been practicing your long bombs?
I always practice them. It's actually something I've learned from Coach Norma Plummer is majority of the shots I take, or I'd say about 80% of the shots, are about meter out of the circle edge or into the circle edge. Those are actually my favorite shots. I hate the closer shots. I don't know why I always try playing closer, but I really, really enjoy the long shots. So I'm so excited for that. And I know it's even an extra pressure, but I really enjoy the pressure inside the circle.
And one of the things I think that everyone loved watching about you last year is like your playmaking and your like little no-look passes. I think there was a video I did of you and Barry where like you flicked it. We expect to see more of that this year.
Hopefully, yes. I think that's the exciting thing about this year is I've got so many things I want to try that I couldn't do last year. And a lot of the things that happened just happened a bit spontaneously. And luckily the people who were on court with me were kind of, I don't want to say ready, but they were willing to adapt to my style of play. And that's what's nice about this year is now we can just solidify a lot of the things that we were doing last year. And hopefully they're expecting a lot more of that from me as well, because I'm ready to do it. And I've got a few more things up my sleeve that I want to bring out this year.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Nick.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Bibs Off. We'll be back soon with another episode, and I hope you enjoyed.